Hey, what's good, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy JLerone with JLerone Presents, where we talk about the facts, foolishness, and black female effery. Now, today's video, we're going to be looking at Boyce Watkins, right? He hasn't learned a thing, y'all. Boyce Watkins has not learned a thing. Now, we know about what happened with him and Anton Daniels on Sunday, right? So, Anton pulled up, of course, and him and Boyce got into a little back and forth about Kevin, right? And how he be going in on Kevin after Kevin passed. And Boyce just don't get it. From what I've seen and what I've been watching, Boyce just don't get it. He don't understand. He's like he heard what people are saying. He heard what Anton was saying, but it's like Boyce don't care. He either don't get it or he doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to take a look at this video because right after he talked to Anton on Sunday, Boyce decides to do another video on Kevin Samuels on his birthday, which was yesterday, right? Which was Wednesday. So yeah, make that make sense. You have this conversation about, you and how you talked about Kevin and how you said that you really didn't mean anything by it, but yet you come back on Kevin's birthday and talk ill on this man again, pointing out, certain things, right, about Kevin. And, he had the nerve to name it. You know what I'm saying? He had the nerve to name the stream, right? That's crazy. Like I said, Boyce either he don't get it or he just doesn't care. One of the two. It's hard to tell about Boyce, man. But like I said, he came back with another live stream the other day, and he named it "The Ugly Truth About Kevin Samuels" on his birthday. So tell me, is that a guy who respected Kevin? Does that sound like a guy who respected Kevin at all? You know, you come back and name the live stream the ugly truth about Kevin Samuels, but you want people to believe that you respected that man, right? And that you had no ill will when you talk about it, right? And again, Boyce still gets it wrong, right? He talks about Kevin. You can tell Boyce hasn't even looked at Kevin's videos. He has not looked at one of Kevin's videos. By the way Boyce is talking, he just goes off of what he hears other people say. He goes off the clips, you know what I'm saying, which is everything's chopped up when it's a clip, so you don't get the full content or the context of it. So yeah, Boyce is just a guy who really, I don't think he cares. You know, he acts like he doesn't get it, but to me, I don't think he cares. You know, it's, you know, you guys can make up your own mind on that. But after this BS that he pulled on Kevin's birthday, to me, I'm looking at it as Boyce just don't give a fuck. He doesn't. He can sit up and say all he wants to about, oh, me and Kevin was cool, I like Kevin's work, and you know, yada yada yada. But in the end, if you really respected this man, you know, for his work, even though you might not agree with what he talks about and how he says it, I get that. But for you to say that you respected him and that you was cool with him and you admired his work, then you go on his birthday and talks about him like you did, you can miss me with that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespect. You don't disrespect somebody that you say you respect. You know what I'm saying? He makes it seem like he respects Kevin, but then he goes off and disrespects him. So I don't know if Boyce might be a guy who's not self-aware. That's what I'm seeing. Boyce probably not self-aware, and again, it could be that Boyce just doesn't give a damn. But you know, like I said, in the video that he did the other day on Sunday with with Anton, man, and I think this what pissed Boyce off. I think this right here pissed Boyce off when Anton did this video right here.
Want to be in the presence of a woman that's tainted. You don't have a chance because he already had you. Listen, if it's that easy for me to get it, I don't feel that special because he hit it and he hit it and Dreadhead hit it and Umar hit it. Boyce didn't hit it. Boyce didn't hit it. He didn't have a chance. We ain't worried about Boyce. And the favorite football player hit it and the basketball player hit it and the homie from the hood hit it and they ran a train on you before that and then you had a kid by him and you had a kid by him and you had a kid by him and then for some reason you think you're supposed to be sitting in the presence of kings. Since when did that happen? How is it that we started qualifying ourselves for people that we don't even qualify to sit in front of? And then they want you to be a step crash dummy. I just got a quick question, ladies. What qualifies you for a good man? Gentlemen, for those of you that have held yourself to a higher standard, have gone through the fire, has become the best version of yourself and continue to evolve based off of what your next preference is, your next purpose is, your growth curve, because your purpose is ever evolving depending on where you at in your life. I tell you all the time, vet for the direction that you're going in, so the woman that you wind up being with is not the woman that you've met. Anton, how do you vet for the direction that you're going in? Think about it. Overwhelmingly, guys, the value of a man continues to rise as he gets older. The value of a woman diminishes as she gets older. That's why they call it the wall, because she hit a certain point in her life to where if she can't climb, she bound to drizzle. Shout out to Snoop.
My bad, you guys. I was muted. Sorry about that. But what I was saying was that I think Boyce really got triggered when Anton came on with that video. You know, saying that, you know, Umar hit it, everybody else hit it, but Boyce didn't hit it. I think that triggered Boyce, right? And another thing I believe is that Boyce has a problem with Kevin is because when Kevin was talking about keeping women accountable and all that, I think it triggered him because deep down, Boyce knows that Kevin is right, and deep down, Boyce knows that Kevin is talking about him. You know what I'm saying? Boyce falls into that category, right? Also, you could say that in a way, his Boyce's wife falls into that too. You know what I'm saying? So, and you could also say that Boyce doesn't like Kevin is because, you know, Kevin wants you to keep women accountable. And since Boyce doesn't want to keep women accountable, I believe in my heart that this is what I feel, that Boyce doesn't want to keep women accountable is because Boyce then would have to keep his mom accountable. Because we all know that Boyce said it. His mom married, or not married. His mom didn't even marry. His mom had a baby by a guy who was like a drug dealer or a drug addict or something like that, right? So if Boyce has to keep women accountable, he has to, in fact, like, you know, keep his mom accountable, and he don't want to do that. So, you know, it's a lot of hatred there. But like I said, he says he respects Kevin, but how can you respect a man and then come out on his birthday and talk noise about him, right? So what I'm going to do is going to play a little clip of him and Anton going back and forth about when Anton held him accountable for talking about Kevin. All right, then we're going to get into the video that Boyce did yesterday when he talked about Kevin again.
Because he was very supportive. Bro, he was very supportive of me in the video. But Kevin died alone. Kevin Samuels, the same shit he said about that woman. You're going to die alone. You're going to die alone.
You went in on you the minute that he passed away. You started talking junk about him the minute that he passed away.
Yep.
You know what? I had to be honest. Just like you said, you don't pander. I don't pander.
Well, how can you sit here and say that you rock with
I lost a lot of black male friends because of that.
You can sit up and disagree with somebody all you want. That's fine. But why do it after the guy passes away? That's what Anton is getting at. It ain't the fact that you don't agree with Kevin or whatever. It's the fact that you do this as Kevin is gone. Why didn't you have all this animosity and make all these videos when Kevin was alive? That's what he's asking you. But boy, like I said, Boyce, he acts like he doesn't understand. You know, it's like, I've known a lot of these PhDs and these dudes are like, they're smart, book smart. They're book smart, but in reality, they're idiots. It's okay that you're book smart, but when you don't have common sense, it's like, and you're not self-aware, you're just a brilliant idiot. You know, you prove that you can go to college and you can learn whatever it is you're majoring in. You have great memorization skills. You can memorize that. But anything else that comes your way is like, the shit just goes over your head. But let's keep it moving.
But I'm okay with that.
I'm with having smoke for people when they can defend themselves. But how can you speak ill upon a man after he passed away? That's just low. That's low brow, boys. You know it. You cannot start speaking all of a sudden start talking on a person after they passed away. Hold on. Because I know him. I spoke at his funeral, right? I know his mother. I know his daughter. That was low brow. To hear you as a voice of the black community talk negatively about a person after they passed away, that was foul, boys.
There was nothing I said about Kevin after his death that I did not say when he was alive. And Kevin knew it because Kevin was talking to my wife on his platform.
About a person after they passed away.
I did not know. My position is unconditional honesty. I don't give a fuck if you're alive or you're dead. My opinion is not going to shift.
You hear that? He don't care if you're alive or you're dead. Why speak on a man that's dead though? You see what I mean? But like I said, he said he respected Kevin. He said he has the utmost respect, but it doesn't show it. He doesn't show it.
I did not. No. Let's be clear. I did not dislike Kevin. I specifically gave him compliments. I talked about the good things he did.
No.
Man, we gotta defend our women, man. If you got a platform when you're making women feel bad, acting like women are the only ones who can die alone.
Trying to move the goalposts. You're moving the goalposts.
No, we're not moving the goalposts.
Once a person passes
yes, he's definitely moving it
away. First of all, it was fresh off of his death, and his mother is grieving, and his daughter is grieving. His friends is grieving. People that actually care for him is grieving. You piled on in the death. That's lowbrow, Boyce. Listen, and I said it. I don't care if people say anything about a person when they're alive and they can defend themselves. He got a platform. He can say whatever it is that you want to say. When somebody passes away and people are grieving and you piling on in the same way that a lot of these other women that didn't like him, and you say that you like him, but you validating how it is that that's lowbrow behavior. I will never talk negatively about a person that cannot defend themselves. Or if I don't care for somebody, I'm just gonna not say nothing at all. I'm not gonna talk negatively about somebody.
But it's okay. But it's okay to tell women who are gonna die alone that they're gonna die alone.
So that's okay. Call into your platform. It's okay to build. You forgetting one thing, Boyce. You forgetting one thing. They called into his platform to get him.
Exactly, and that's the point that everybody talks about. They never understand that these women called in. They called in, and in that woman's case, the average at best woman, she called in and wanted to talk about something that Kevin wasn't even talking about. On that day, Kevin was talking about people that disagree with him. She called in wanting to talk about how she go get a man. Make that make sense. But that lets you know that Boyce did not listen to that. He did not watch that video. He couldn't have.
His advice. He did not ask them.
They did not call in to get abuse. They did
not.
It
wasn't abuse.
Every single, and you're not giving him credit for all of the women that he actually helped, because he has statistics and he had facts. He had people that he was actually getting to the finish line. And see, we don't talk about that part, and you still moving the goalpost. The fact of the matter is, it does not matter what happened when somebody was alive. Us as people with a platform, we should not be talking about people fresh on their death in a negative way, and then at the same time you sitting here talking about, well, I liked him. You can't right. have both. Either you was rocking with him and you liked him, or you didn't. No, but if it was somebody,
I don't. But that's
exactly. It doesn't make any sense, man. Boyce, like I said, he be double talking. He says one thing and does another. He does that all the time. He always talking about how he respects somebody and how he was rocking with somebody, but then you go and talk about him and then, like I said, and here's the we're gonna go ahead and get into this next video. This is what he talked about Kevin on Kevin's birthday, which was yesterday. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that.
We're gonna talk about something that I really wanted to kind of do a follow-up conversation on, because I think that it's worth discussing. The late great Kevin Samuels, he died about a little less than 2 years ago. RIP to him. And people asked me what I thought. I didn't say much for a long time, but then I thought, you know what? Let me give you my honest opinion. And so I'm going to break down what I saw just from a logical perspective. I'm going to do what Kevin Samuels used to do. I'm going to look at things objectively and give my objective perception and kind of give you some things to think about. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt, hit that thumbs up button. We're going to get started on drboycetv.com right now.
All right, let's get away from that. Let's get into the... All right, let's get back to where he comes back on this. Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well. It's so good to see you. And let me just tell you what. Ooh, buddy, I am jumping into a topic that I know is going to piss some people off. I know it's going to ruffle some feathers, but as you know, I wish I could say I cared, but I just don't.
And we know he don't. You hear what he's saying. He know this is going to ruffle some feathers. But when he talked to Anton the other day, he had like he cared. But now, again, he's saying, I'm going to talk about something, and I really don't care. You don't care if it ruffles feathers, is what he's saying. So he's going to talk about Kevin on Kevin's birthday, and he doesn't care who gets mad about it.
But at the same time, though, I respect everybody's opinion, and I hope that you will share your opinion in the chat. I just hope that it's an intelligent opinion. If you're not intelligent, just know you're not going to get listened to. I listen to people who actually think. I don't listen to people who are sheep that follow the crowd. So if you just are just going to say something stupid, just keep it to yourself. You know, if you're going to be a troll, be a quiet troll, because the trolling is not stimulating at all. It's not a challenge for smart people. So anyway, I want to say what's up, Irene and William Beck. Good to see you. And Andre, no cupcake zone. He's already started. He said, clout chasing a dead man. No, I'm not. You're clout chasing me.
And he is clout chasing a dead man.
Valerie,
exactly what he's
hey,
doing.
good to see Valerie. Let's see here. McLennan Group, Monique Kiev, FW from Fort Worth, Texas. Goldmine says, what happened? Actually, nothing happened. Nothing happened. I just thought that this would be a fun topic to talk about because I never got a chance to really dissect the chat.
He thought that it would be a fun topic to talk about on Kevin Samuels' birthday.
Challenge in the conflict and the confusion I had back when Kevin Samuels was around. I really liked this guy. I really respected his intellect. I thought that he, I'm a little younger than him, but at the same time, he did it well. He did the YouTube thing extremely well. He was super sharp, super smart, ran a great show, and captured a lot of attention, much more than I ever could. I mean, I'm not an interesting guy, and I have a lot of appreciation for that and a lot of respect for that. And I want to start by telling you the things that I really liked about Kevin because I want to make sure we balance this conversation. And so here's the deal. With Kevin, I first heard about him maybe a year or two before he died or something. And he did a video about me, actually. He did a whole video about me. I didn't know he did it. I don't watch YouTube videos about me. I just don't. I see the headlines and the thumbnails every now and then, but I don't watch them. Kwame Brown did 12 videos about me, and they got a lot of views. I was happy for him, but I didn't watch them because I don't watch YouTube videos about Chatty Patty gossipy bullshit. I just don't.
But yet, Boyce, you're up here doing Chatty Patty gossipy YouTube stuff. What you're doing is Chatty Patty. And who believes that Boyce seeing all these people doing videos about him and he's not watching not one of them? I call cap on that one.
I'm watching videos about artificial intelligence. I'm watching videos about stock market trends. I watch videos about, I watch my favorite NFL teams. I don't really watch, like all this back and forth. Like all that's really economic driven, actually, because you have a lot of people that have been able to find ways to make money on YouTube, and they make money by talking about each other and gossiping. I ain't got the energy for all that. Just
he kills me when he say he don't have the energy for it, but that's what he's doing. He did the same thing with Corey Holcomb. I think Corey had Willie D had put a post up about Corey, I think on Twitter or something, and Boyce came in up under it and said something crazy about Corey, like, something, what did he say? Good comedian. What did he say? No, he said never met him, don't like him, something stupid like that, right? For no reason. And then him and Corey had this back and forth. But Boyce tries to paint the picture that he did nothing wrong and he don't understand why people be coming after him.
If you hate me, just feel free. Go ahead and make a video. I can't stand Boyce Watkins. Boyce Watkins is a motherfucker. I can't stand that nigga. He can't do. Okay, great. I hope you get a lot of views. I hope you make a lot of money. Good for you. Keep talking. It's cool. It's totally cool. No hard feelings. So here's the deal. And I think also this is stimulated because last week I had a great conversation with a brother that I actually respect. His name's Anton Daniels. Anton had done a lot of videos about me, and I was like, oh gosh, okay, let me see what this guy. I don't watch him, but I would just see like, wow, it's like a like hating on Boyce Watkins is like a whole industry. I was like, okay, this is crazy. So he was in the chat one day, and I said, hey, you know what, man? Come on the platform. Let's talk. And he was man enough to do that.
Well, we know the videos that Boyce doesn't watch. He don't watch any of the videos that Kevin put out, and this clearly shows it.
And we had a great conversation. We did not agree on a lot of stuff, but I enjoyed it. I enjoy a good debate. And you got to remember, I'm a professor. I come from academia. In academia, you can debate. Seeking a debate does not mean you hate. Being a debater does not make you a hater. And so basically he debated, we went back and forth, and he said he made some really good points. And what he did not know at the time, or maybe I told him, I don't know if he knew this or not, but I was listening like, man, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I think that when you're talking about America and relationships, it's a complex conversation. Like, can we start right there, right? Can we start right there by admitting that we get it wrong when it comes to relationships? Our families have fallen apart. There's a lot of chaos. Give me a yes if you agree that there's chaos, particularly in the Black community, in the Black family, in America at large. There's just chaos when it comes to family and relationships. Everything's falling apart. I'm not a fan of feminism. So that's the thing. If you say, well, Dr. Boyce says feminism that's doing this and this and not this, I'm like, ugh, yeah, I actually got to agree with you on that, because I think feminism's kind of messed up. That I agree 100%. But here's the interesting thing, though. This is the thing. I love good Black women. I do. I respect them. I appreciate them, and I protect them. And so I don't think that you can ever have a conversation about Black relationships and only be talking about what women are doing wrong. I don't believe that. Now, mind you, Kevin didn't do that. Kevin didn't just talk about women. He did talk about men, but there was a leaning toward the woman as a scapegoat. That's what it was. That's what I'm actually going to give you evidence of this. And
okay, now he said he's going to give you evidence that what Kevin was doing was using women as a scapegoat. Does that make any sense? Since when did Kevin Samuels use women as scapegoats? Right? All he did was talk to women and try to tell them that what they're wanting out of a man is, you know what I'm saying, is like they're being too delusional. They're not going to get the man they want because of their, you know, current situations. And he was just trying to show them that the men they want are not going to be wanting women like them because either they're overweight, they have too many kids, they have a nasty attitude. And he was just telling women, you know, they need to take a look in the mirror and find somebody on their level. Is pretty much what Kevin was talking about. But how is that using women as a scapegoat for what?
Tell you that this is where I got off the Kevin Samuels bus, because I saw exactly what was going on. I watched his whole career kind of take off. Here's the deal. Here's the interesting thing about Kevin. I'll start with this. Kevin made videos for a long time. How many of y'all knew that? Give me a yes in the chat if you knew that Kevin Samuels was making videos for years before you knew who he was. How many of y'all knew that Kevin was on that channel making like tons of videos that were doing okay, but they weren't blowing up? How many of y'all knew that Kevin was doing a lot of videos and they were good? It was good content. It was a lot of good content, mostly in a mentorship capacity. He was mentoring men, saying, you know, hey, wash your ass when you go outside. Make sure you wear certain cologne, wear certain shoes. You know, this, get your money up. I love all of that. I'm a fan of all of that. I'm a big fan of that, right? In fact, I think that self-improvement is a great way to overcome a lot of the bitchiness that you see where men are like, women, they
Oh, really? So it's okay for Kevin to talk to men, tell them to get their money up, dress right, yeah, wash their ass, put on cologne and stuff like that. But he's okay doing that. But when he talks to women about, you know, changing how they behave so they can get the man that they want, then all of a sudden he's not so great, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
They standards be too high, and these modern women, they be wanting too much. They be asking for too many things. I don't really like.
Okay, Boyce, you're a little bit too good at this. Boyce, you are a little bit too good at this. All right, you might want to tone that down a little bit, buddy. You know, because these women will be running around calling you zesty in a minute, or suspect. You know, I don't know why motherfucker use the Z word, but you look kind of suspect doing that, Boyce. You might want to calm that down.
None of that. And I'm like, well, why are you complaining? Like, the women that you complain about, if you got your game on level 10, then you just walk past the women that you don't want. The women that you're complaining about, you don't have.
And that's what these men are doing, Boyce. See, Boyce, you're saying everything that what Kevin and people in the manosphere are saying. These guys that have their game up on 10, that's what they're doing. They're walking past these women that they don't want. How is it that you can't see that? God damn it.
To date them. Y'all do understand that you don't actually have to date these women, right?
And they're not.
Understand that discernment.
Does Boyce live in a fucking tunnel? I mean, I'm trying to figure this dude out. He's saying everything that the manosphere is saying, right? But he's acting like he's acting like he's coming up with this for the first time. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's acting like that this ain't what men are talking about. Men with their game up are walking past these women that they don't want. But he's saying it now like it's something brand new.
It's critical that your decision making is the most important factor in your outcome. So again, the same way I would say to a woman, if a woman's like, black men do this and black men do that, and men, they be doing this and doing that, I'd be like, well, what kind of men are you picking? Why are you picking those men? Why would you pick so many men?
And again, that's what we're saying. Boys, everything you saying, that's what the men are saying. God damn it, he just don't want to see it.
That are so bad that you are in these horrible situations, right? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, you know, so when we use that term accountability, I think that the term accountability is used in a way that is just not logical is used in a way that is restrictive and selfish and just nonsensical. It makes no sense. It's like, well, I'm holding them accountable. Who the fuck are you to hold other people accountable? Shut the fuck up. Hold yourself accountable, right? Accountability starts at home. You do understand that accountability starts with you. The only person you can really truly hold accountable in this world is yourself. So that, let's just get that on the table right now. I'm just going to tell you right now, that's how I feel. And this is why, in case you're ever wondering why you can go through the internet and find 1,000 videos, Dr. Boyce is this, and I can't stand Dr. Boyce and it's because I talk like that. I can't help it. When I see dumb shit, I just call it for what it is. I try to be nice. You know, I have a therapist actually, and I try to talk to my therapist about ways to be nice. I'm like, I lose friends because I just say it like it is, but I can't help it. It's stupid. If it's dumb, it's dumb. But I get it though. I'm a professor. If I call people dumb, that can be intimidating, can hurt their feelings, and I don't mean to do that. I'm here to talk to the people that want to be smarter. I'm here to talk to the people that want to be logical. I'm here to talk to the people.
But he has a problem with the stuff that Kevin says to women. But he sit up here and just admit he calls people dumb. But I don't think I've ever once heard Kevin call anybody dumb. I don't think Kevin has once called a woman dumb on his platform. I've never heard it. But Boyce, he admitted he called folks dumb and talks crazy to people. That's why he's seeing a therapist. Make that make sense.
People that want to expand their minds by challenging themselves to hear perspectives that differ from your own. That is how you get smarter, is by listening to people who disagree with you. If you're listening to people who are just preaching to the choir, who are just confirming your own bullshit, then you're not going to grow. You're no different from a Democrat who hangs out with Democrats and only listens to Democrats, or a Republican who hangs out with Republicans and thinks all Democrats are the devil. Give me a yes if you understand that. That's how you expand your mind. So anyway, let me dig into this. Hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, share, subscribe. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is give you a little bit of evidence here. A lot of people have accurately and correctly critiqued me and said, you just be hating on Kevin Samuels. You be hating on him. He didn't hate. He didn't have no issue against black women. He's all about accountability. Okay. All right. Okay. Here's what I'm going to argue. Kevin did balanced work and very good work until, and y'all probably remember this. How many of y'all remember when Kevin had that lady on the air and told her she was going to die alone? He said, fuck it, you're going to die alone. Anybody remember that? And Kevin went mega viral. Everybody was talking about it. It was a YouTuber's dream. Everybody on earth was talking about his channel. Now, he had a lot of negative backlash, but he's very intelligent. He was very logical. So he understood that when everybody's talking about you, that's a win for you. And he worked it. He worked it extremely well. And I respect him for his intelligence. I didn't like what he said. I didn't. I don't think that anybody has the right to tell anybody that they're going to die alone. They just don't. I mean, in case you don't know, men and women can die alone. If you don't invest in family, there's a good chance you're going to die alone. I believe Kevin Samuels died alone. I'm just going to be quite honest with you.
And that's where Boyce is wrong again. He doesn't do his research. Kevin, for one thing, Kevin didn't die alone. Actually, if you go to Dennis Sperling channel, Dennis Sperling has a video to where he talked to the young lady that Kevin was with the day he died. I mean, it was a Latino girl, Latino chick that Kevin was betting for marriage, And like I said, it's on Dennis Sperling channel. If y'all go check it out. But Kevin was not alone. So like I said, again, Boyce has that wrong. Boyce has a lot of stuff wrong, right? But you can't tell him anything. He thinks he knows everything. So let's keep it moving.
The big fear I always had as a 50-something-year-old man, the reason I was happy to get married was because I said, gosh, I would hate to be 54 years old, sitting in a hotel room with some young thought I just met 2 days ago, and then have a heart attack, because men in their 50s, they die. Black men, especially.
Again, Boyce doesn't do his homework. Again, like I said, it wasn't a thought. It wasn't a hotel room. Actually, Kevin was at his place that he lived in Atlanta, right? And he rented out a place for his girlfriend, or the lady he was vetting, to go stay at. She was spending a week with him, and she went and he had a place for her to stay. So again, Boyce an idiot. But let's keep it moving.
Black men, we have issues, right? I might not be here 2-3 years from now. I don't know how long I have. I have no idea. Hopefully I have another 40 years, but you never know. And I said, it would be terrible to be sitting there with some young girl who literally is grossed out because your old ass just flopped dead from a heart attack, right? She's like, oh Lord, I got to get grandpa to the hospital, right? So really what's ironic, it was really sad to me, the way Kevin died, but it was sad, but I had to say something because it's exemplary. It tells you about the universe. You know, that karma's real and that the universe has an ironic way of teaching.
You hear that shit? Karma is real. He sounds like these women. Because when Kevin passed, that's all you heard these women say. Oh, karma, karma. Karma is real. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't karma that's not why he passed. You know what I'm saying? But what people fail to realize is that a lot of us, and I mean a lot of us, are going to die alone. Black men included. A lot of us are going to die alone. Men, women, we are. But what Kevin was letting these women know is that if they don't change their attitude, if they don't change their ways and get with a man that's on their level, then their only option is to go be alone, go die and die and be alone. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was saying. It wasn't that, you know, just because you're a certain age and this and this and this, you go die alone. He was telling them, you have options. Your options are find a man that's on your level, act like you have some sense, you know, get with that man, work out a deal, or the next alternative is die alone. And that's all he was saying. But everybody gets so triggered over that. They don't want to face reality. And the reality is a lot of us are going to die alone. You know what I mean? A lot of us are. So, fucking boss idiot. Let's keep it moving.
Teaching us lessons. And what the lesson that you can really get from his death without being disrespectful, I'm not saying, I mean, my heart goes out to the man you know, in his family, but, you know, he died alone. Like, I mean, how crazy is that? He didn't die surrounded by loved ones and friends and family, his wife and kids all checking on him to make sure he gets plenty of water. No, he died by himself. And if you don't like it, if me saying that hurt your feelings, I'm very sorry for that. I empathize with that. But at the same time, that you can't really argue with that fact, right? I don't know. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. Please send me an email, boyce@boycewatkins.com, if there's any facts to the contrary. Maybe this woman was secretly his wife. Maybe that was his, you know, his best friend that he'd known for 20 years. I have no idea.
It was a woman he was vetting for marriage.
But so that's the first thing I'll say. And so when he said to that woman, you're going to die alone, I did not like that for one simple reason. I had a problem with that because I felt like that was beneath him. He was catering to the YouTube. He was catering to the toxicity of YouTube, which is very profitable. Toxicity is profitable. Just go ask Club Shay Shay, right? Club Shay Shay has made millions of dollars by creating toxic arguments back and forth between people.
Damn. Now he throwing shots at Shannon. But see, if Shannon replies to Boyce will act like, where did that come from? Like it just came out of left field. You know what I mean? But you see what I'm saying? This is what Boyce does. This is what he does. He did the same thing with Corey Holcomb. He threw shots at Corey, and then when Corey responded, he acted like, well, where did this come from? Boyce is not self-aware. He has no self-awareness of what he's doing.
Club Shay Shay could have been built on a whole lot of principles, but they decided, let's let comedians get together and destroy each other's careers, and everyone's going to show up for the show, right? It's a big clown fight. So anyway, the toxicity was a problem for me because I felt like he could have done better than that. His content was very, very good. It was very, very positive. It was lift yourself up, black man, do better in your life. But then he gets a woman in there. He says, you're going to die alone. And I didn't like that. I also didn't like it because I know women who are going to really die alone. I know black women who are probably going to die alone. I have a cousin who runs a cancer center for single black women who have cancer and have.
Okay, Boyce, now that's totally different. A woman with cancer versus a woman who's healthy and doesn't want to, you know, get on a man's level. Two totally different things. See what, Boyce, you on some bullshit. You on that bullshit, Boyce. You know, I want to say that's like a straw man's argument. You know what I'm saying? Because he's arguing one thing and it has nothing to do with the other. Yeah, of course, she's going to die alone. Then, you know, because she has cancer and she probably doesn't have a family. But that's not what Kevin's talking about. Kevin's talking about women who don't want to get married or women who don't want to get on a man's level and, you know, work out a deal. Then their option is to die alone. But again, you can't tell Boyce that.
Nobody there for them. I know I have a relative who does that. And I think that as men, I'm talking to the real men in the community who want to evolve, and then younger men who want to learn how real men think. Not guys who are following behind dumbass rappers and dumbass athletes and shit like that. I'm talking about men that really want to be decent human beings. You have to have some sensitivity to the fact that the white man did a number on your community. When Joe Biden sent all those...
Okay, we're gonna get off this politics stuff. What I'm going to show you guys is like what Boyce doesn't understand. Like, Boyce is like everybody else. When Kevin did that, you're average at best, everybody got in their feelings over average at best, right? And it's like nobody tuned in to watch it to see exactly what Kevin was talking about. Nobody knew, or nobody wants to talk about the woman came on to Kevin's panel and disrespecting him and wanted to talk about what she wanted to talk about. But what we're going to do is I'm going to pull that video up and we're going to take a look at it, and I'm going to show you that Kevin was absolutely respectful to this woman the whole time. And the only time Kevin did get a little, out of character was at the end, because she wouldn't listen, and that got on his nerve, and I don't blame him. But he didn't slam her. He didn't really, go in on her. He just got a little bit out of character.